Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx. This is Ambre. Of course, the title of the game and the name of the woman you can see. This guy is Tristan. Let's go. You searched through the closet to see what my wife looked like, didn't you? She answered in a shaky voice guiltily. Yeah, are you going to scold me? Of course not. I just would have preferred you not seeing it. Well, why don't you ever tell me about her? I want to know. He saw appearing as he looked into those begging eyes that he had never been able to resist for long. Actually, what would happen if you didn't tell her? Reluctantly, he sat down on the couch and told her how he had met the one he thought would be his lifelong partner, and related all that they had gone through together. Amber listened with wide-eyed attention. She liked the story very much. Tristan seemed to get younger as he evolved the past, describing how head over heels for her and he had been and how happy she made him. Their peaceful and ordinary everyday life was something the little girl envied. Caught up in detail, she couldn't help but pressure him. And that, what happened? Until the light shining in the man's green eyes vanished brutally. Then she got away. Where to? Far away to a place I can't reach anymore. Every day I pray that she'll somehow hear me, that she'll wake up, that she'll remember me. I don't know if she'll ever emerge from that dream that's keeping her captive. Is she dead? Sometimes it feels like it, but no, she's alive, just in a different world from mine. If I could have joined her, I would have sacrificed everything for her, and today, she's forgotten me, forever. That's sad. Tristan sighed again, head down, as a heavy crashing silence came between them. Could anyone imagine his suffering? Could anyone imagine what it felt like to be in his shoes? No, for sure not. To see that your special someone couldn't recognize you anymore, that she had forgot everything about you and your relationship. When Ambre, the little girl stuck in a woman's body, asked him why he was crying, he wanted to scream. Because I love you. And we were so happy together. Because I can't live without you. Because I need you. Your affection. Because I'm all alone. Because you are my wife. And the woman I love. I beg of you, come back to me. Get a hold of yourself and snap out of it. But it was useless. He had tried already. Tried to shake her, to talk to her like she was his wife. But if he did, she would remain terrified and stay away from him. And crying, she would tell him he shouldn't scold her. So he would give up. He stopped trying to get his role back. He kept pretending, and his suffering got worse day after day, like a slight disease trying to consume him further. Take a smile. Forget about yourself. Don't think about anything other than reaching her. How could one go on like that without being worn out? Tristan Malory was no Superman. He was often on the verge of losing it. He despaired to remark on progress, and had no hope for healing. Would Ambre ever return to normal? He didn't believe it anymore. One evening, when he was feeling more tense than usual, he dared to yell at the young lady, who was doing her best to appear attractive. He immediately regretted it, but the deed was done. Ambre's voice was trembling dangerously. Getting close, he noticed her frantically shaking hands. Eyes wide open, soaked in tears, she exploded. Sorry, I want you to love me. I want to look at me. Why don't you ever look at me? I'm not good enough. Is that it? I'll never be as good as she was, will I? She? What Ambre? Who are you talking about? Dumbfounded, Tristan held her in his arms as tightly as he could. No, he definitely couldn't understand. He couldn't understand such intense and sudden sobs. He only loved one person in this world. Only one. How could she believe for a second that she had been beaten by someone else? Reassured by his gestures, Ambre wanted to explain herself. Your wife! I can see her departure left you very sad. I wanted to bring a smile back to your face. I wanted to take her place, so it forgot about her. For a split second, Tristan Malory was breathless. It was surreal. He would have pinched himself to make sure he wasn't dreaming, but no, the pain in his chest was far too real, too pitiful, carefully in him. Did you try to do that, to convince her that it's her self? At that moment, Ambre looked up in her girl's dreams, was become jealous of herself. She was trying to surpass her happy alter ego of the past. She was trying to remove herself from her husband's memories, as if to rewrite the past, like some form of unconscious suicide. How could he answer such a declaration? How could he find the right words? Catching his breath, with difficulty the 30-year-old man took Ambre by the shoulders and looked her in the eyes for a long time. He had to wake her up. He had to make her realize. He had to think of a way to help her. After a sigh, he affirmed, "Listen, I will never be able to forget my wife, alright? It's impossible. But that doesn't mean I don't want you. The exact opposite, actually. You're very dear to me, Ambre. You hear me? I need you. You already have her place. So please stop crying. Don't make it harder than it is." The young girl shyly dried her tears, and her features changed to an adorably naive expression. She looked sincerely despaired. You're okay with me? What made you think I would abandon you, huh? Nothing, just that you seem to love her so much. I'm a bit jealous. Why is that? I don't know. When I look at those pictures, I can't help but tell myself I must absolutely make you happy. I think I love you. Tristan felt all the courage and determination he had worked up melting, and he started sobbing as well. Did he recognize him? Did she recognize him just all? Was the sign from her subconscious? Did she begin to get a grip on herself? But I love you too. It's always been like that. I love you so much it makes me sick. For real? You're not treating me like a kid? You're a grown woman, for fuck's sake. Of course not. Then prove it. How should I? Show me your love like a man loves a woman. Ambre seemed dead set on it, so Tristan slowly and softly kissed her lips. The warm and pleasurable feeling went to his head. For a few seconds, he felt as if he was holding his wife in his arms. He thought she had really come back. But she didn't, probably. The delicate vanilla-scented skin reminded him of happy days. Long afternoons spent in the sun, of laughter, of peaceful evenings under the light of the stars, or by a fire, or beneath a short umbrella in a storm. She was here, so close, so far, within a finger's reach. He only had to close his eyes and believe in this dream. The illusion smiled faintly at him, and at his limit, he embraced her. If you only knew how much I love you. He had so many things he wished to tell her, so many that the words got stuck in his throat, unable to escape. So since he lacked the words to make her understand what he was feeling, he used his body. As dawn's rays of light crept through the window, Ambre was profoundly asleep, lying atop Tristan's still lukewarm body. Eyes drawn with dark circles, the weight of regrets, a fatigue he couldn't get rid of. He stared at her, with a sad smile on his face. It was only a dream, right? When you wake up, you'll be a kid again, right? The only answer he got was a light groaning. Softened by such a serene face, he left a kiss on her fresh cheeks. As soon as he did, the sleeping lips spread to form a happy smile. I wonder what you dream about. Say, won't you invite me over there? Tristan Malory was tired of the internal circle that brought his prayers in a permanent cacophony. Once more, to please her, he mimicked a fake wedding ceremony without telling her. It was a fake joy. Never again would the fresh and innocent smile of the pictures return. The masquerade dragged on until the final act. Ambre asked to have kids again, and her discovering the truth, one way or another, would invariably make her go mad since her obsession was so strong. To counter the numerous relapses, the 30-year-old man often went to the hospital with his wife to discuss with psychiatrists in charge of her and to discuss the eventual progresses. So Tristan, how is Ambre lady? Did she get a little better? Still nothing. The doctor frowned, but it was a compassionate expression. He was in charge of the Malory case for some years by now, and he felt particularly powerless in front of such evidence on the part of the young lady. He had tried it all without success. Nice bird, by the way. You never know. Is that why you called me, doctor? He took a pen and played with nervously while staring at Tristan. Now, to be honest, I knew Ambre would relapse again. One of my colleagues went to talk with me the other day. Apparently your wife went to the hospital and did the usual. She ran into an intern that didn't know how to deal with the situation. I often explain her case to the newbies, but between theory and practice, you know. The poor boy tried her best. He told her the truth while trying to sugarcoat it, to make her reflect on it. She had another angst crisis, of course, but by the time he told her to sit down to call for me, she was already gone. If it had been me, I would have tried to buy some time. Anyway, what is done is done. There is no need to apologize, doctor. There's no need to apologize, doctor. It's not your fault. You know as well as I do that she often has breakdowns, and lying to her about it doesn't do any good. Even so, I looked today's appointment so I could check on how you're faring and how she'd been since that unfortunate incident with my colleague. Nothing's changed. The doctor sighed. He stuck the pen in his coat pocket, nervously scratching his back. He murmured in an understanding tone. Really, I'm impressed. I don't know how you can manage to get by like this. Tristan, in your place, I wouldn't be able to cope. But I still have to keep you track too. We never know. You're not safe from having breakdown just like her. I totally understand, doctor. You know, every cycle, I try to do things differently. But in the end, I'm tired, worn out. I've lost all hope. So all that I can do for her is to make her as happy as possible during the golden time when she's living a perfect childhood. All that's left of the woman I love is a shadow, so I hope she'll find rest someday. The two men were contemplating Ambre, who was far away in the hospital's hallways, playing like a little girl. Suddenly, Tristan broke the silence, his voice trembling. Sometimes I wonder if she's ever going to get out of that prison she built around herself to avoid suffering. Will she accept and face the outside world, or is she going to live in that eternal golden dream where everything is perfect forever? I wish I could promise you she will, that she'll wake up from that long nightmare, but something inside of me thinks she is never going to question her obsession, which is an immense waste. Because of that, she's forsaken herself from a life that could have been wonderful. Meanwhile, Ambre Malory was cheerfully talking to what she thought to be another little girl of her age. In fact, the young lady was mostly talking to her reflection in the mirror with dead eyes, still stuck in that never-ending dream, free of hardships. You know what? I've got someone I love. Yeah, for real. Ivan's soon going to marry him, and we'll be happy until the end of time, and with lots of kids, just like in fairy tales. How could it be another way? You're right, every day will be a feast. If only I didn't have that strange feeling. I think I've lost something important, really important. But I can't remember what it was. The end. What? Oh, Damn, I didn't want to skip that. Can we play the credits? I guess it's impossible. Well, that was Ambre. Wow. I mean, from the description I expected something different. No, reading about an grown-up man and a child, and situation that's, well, will affect us. You really think about something bad, terrible? Well, the situation we had in the game is terrible, but, well, not something I expected actually. I must say that's a great story, really good. Surprising ending, well, surprising plot here. Traum and Desmansion again have done a great job, in my opinion. Hopefully they continue their work like that. Still, it's a shame there was no happy ending, I guess. They will live in that circle forever, right? Probably. Okay. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the series of Ambre. And I guess I have to say see you in the next one. Bye.